third down hookup takes us to the break. The Bucs have the early lead. And
stripping off grades and just be making them different reasons for my nieces. From my day, I pick it up to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight, cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like, what you want? What you want? I got Jesus giving money, what you want? I've been sitting there pitching this for a reason to cry, so I'ma say, yeah, I love you, but keep a look on my eye, cause I can never really want you less than money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like, I ain't mean it. I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sake or something. Another bag, another season, another scripts, another feeling. Boy, God, I gave a lot, but I keep. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bags, ass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in the start. To these Billy Trump cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Now I'm afraid of the dark. They ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the South on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle big up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I'm made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up, boy, thumb. Like my neighbors jumping up a pump, boy, bump. In that Billy Trump, he ain't know I'm he ain't thunk. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Ready for football now from sunny North Carolina. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
okay, ready? Come on, set.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Finally, you're doing something.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now Young. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
I'll follow you right now.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tell Kim to come. What the fuck?
They'll drop to throw. Finding Sanders on the crossing route. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end. And now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Young to throw it. Flush to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. One quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Panthers 8, Buccaneers 0.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it as we resume action. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Irving. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Mayfield down. He's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 71 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's up and good, so maybe a bit early here to try to match the 2. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
Here we go, Zach. Ready?
Throwing, Young. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Following the interception, Mayfield looking downfield from Godwin. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 42 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And a pretty poor kick here. Doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means he'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Blue check. Opposite. Green. Set.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Young now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or we can do it here in football?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball.
Why was running? I was fucking strong.
I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense.
Oh, no. Yeah, it took so fucking long. Oh, I told you to come.
And hopefully reap the same
You don't look at it. Fall back.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
no, the
let's let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down and 6 now.
Come on, set.
Nice jump, man.
Hey.
Oh,
Right back to Hubbard.
that's good.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready.
Here is third down and 4.
Down. Hut, hut.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. Now inside the 25. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 10-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that gets him back within 10. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on first and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Looking for Shepard deep. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they
Oh, you just got the fuck out of me. Hi.
But not before he's all the way down to the 37. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And he works his way through the outskirts of the red zone. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real...
You the opposite, but you ain't got no competition. If you walk around, not breaking by the phone out. Say what you want, but if you ain't the baby. It's curse all over the sky. It's on my heart, stop beating. This that shit, with this no talking. This that shit that you slow motion. Eat that shit, make me feel popping. Move that shit, you slow talking. And you know your name, but this kid I'll make you play. This kid I'll step my game up.
And T-Mobile Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Santa Clara. On the return is Sean Tucker. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. That is brought in. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. On first down is Mayfield. He's going to try it here again. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They send Godwin in motion. Second down throw from Mayfield. That is caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal. They'll run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
Let's go.
They'll throw to begin with Purdy. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second down. Again, it's Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. Now it's going to be third down. Purdy to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie, Mitch Wishnowsky, to punt. Returnable from his own 4. And he'll give his guys a little bit more room to work with as he's able to get forward out beyond the 10-yard line.
Alert!
Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. Going up top for Evans. That's caught. And he will take this one in. 89 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Samuel going to see what he can do. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go! Go!
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That one underthrown and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3 offense.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Purdy on target to Ayuk, and the 49ers have a 1st down. From the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And now he loses the football. The Bucs have it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter. Quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little.
He gets free inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 86 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't